Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to JMC, and welcome back to the Football Talk podcast. This is our second episode. First and foremost, make sure you guys smash the like button and you are subscribing to our channel if you are new. And make sure that the notification bell is turned on as well. Guys, please make sure that you leave your comments after the show, giving us your thoughts, opinions about the show, on how it's going and how we can improve, just for you guys, or anything football related. We will definitely be in the comment section replying, so make sure you guys do that. This is a podcast for you guys as well as it's about us. We want to create this platform to eventually involve your contribution to the channel. Remember to follow us over on Instagram and Twitter by clicking on the link provided in the description below. We have a brilliant panel for you today. We've got my man Mitt, who is a Liverpool fan. We've got Mo, who is a United fan, and we've got Nish, who is an Arsenal fan. And I'm your host, Rish, who is backing Arsenal. We will give you our thoughts and opinion on the Premier League games and predictions of the next games on weekly basis. We gave our season prediction in our first ever podcast on JMC channel last week, which will go live very soon. So please head over to our channel and check that video out and give that video some love. So let's get into it, boys.
Well, just checked my phone and saw that Graham Potter.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
No wonder. Jack just sent me a message. Yeah, okay, there you go. Jack sent me a message as well. So, boom. When do
we start? Oh, he's gone now.
I'm already predicting Liverpool are going to lose because we got Chelsea next. So, 3 losses in a row.
Oh man, I was enjoying that. Them being 10th.
Yeah, they were crap.
Well, they're 11th now.
Who do you guys think they will get?
No clue at the moment.
Maybe Enrique.
Do you reckon? I don't know if he would go there.
Nagelsmann is available. Conte is available.
Yeah, what about Pochettino?
See, I was going to say Poch, but I don't think Poch will go.
What about Lampard again?
Defo won't go, man. He's dumb if he goes back.
Is Allardyce available?
You have to keep them up. They're not far from the bottom 3.
It might get Roy Hodgson.
He's at Palace now.
Well, Roy Hodgson?
Yeah,
he got them a win.
Yeah, he got them a win yesterday.
Yeah, last minute.
Oh, my bad.
They could get Vieira.
Or they can get John Terry, because I think he's working on the youth coach team or something like that.
Yeah, of course he is.
No, he just likes the players' misses. That's it.
yeah, standard. He's tapping into a new market, man.
Or to be a manager so he can tap to the younger generation.
He wants to grow them into the prime he knows they can reach.
We're definitely not talking about the players here, are we?
Oh shit. So reactions for the games that went so far. So let's kick off with the recent game that just happened, the United game. What's your thoughts on the game, Mo? 2-0 loss to Newcastle away.
It was bound to happen, really. Like, you could see, judging by how we played the last few games, where we've been goalless in the Premier League, like even versus like the likes of Southampton. Just getting a 0-0 draw there is unforgivable. But even then, it's like you could just see it was happening, man. We knew we were going to lose to a better team eventually, and it happened. Newcastle were best at every first best in every single department today. Like, they outplayed us in every single way. No excuses there, and it's just one of them where fuck it, just take it on the chin and move on in it. But I think now, because we've obviously gone down to 4th just based on goal difference, it's like, well, we can't exactly be too happy with finishing in the top 4. So I think we really need to concentrate on getting that Europa. That way, at least, like, we are guaranteed Champions League in it. Like, I'm not too fussed about like finishing 4th right now or 3rd. Like, I'm not bothered about that. If we do, then cool. But I think I'd rather focus on the Europa League right now.
I don't think you guys will finish 4th though. Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. But still, man, I'd rather just focus on that now. Like, do you know what I mean? I know we've got a game in hand and everything like that, but yeah.
So you're doing what me and Nish do for Arsenal, that we think that we're not going to win the title. So that you're doing the exact same shit.
No, I know we'll get top 4, but I thought we was solid get third in it. But right now, like it doesn't even look like that at the moment, innit? So
You forget that Newcastle's away game. Newcastle's games coming up are horrible.
that's very
They've
true.
only got one game where I can say they've got an easy 3 points. Well, to be fair, I thought this would have been a hard game for them, but turns out to be an easy 3 points. So what do I know?
Well,
Don't United have difficult fixtures as well? They still have to go to Tottenham and Brighton.
Well, Tottenham's not
Well,
exactly different.
Newcastle have to go to Brighton as well.
Brighton is
And I don't know, do
man.
they still need to play Tottenham as well? Have
I'm not-
Newcastle played Tottenham twice? Well, I don't know, but
Yeah, I know United still have to play Spurs, and that's like a all-out battle for top 4 right there.
Yeah.
that's going to be a tough game and a good game to watch.
I don't think it'll be as tough as we make it out to be. I think the Newcastle game today is definitely going to be tougher than that Spurs game, in my opinion.
So what do you think, Nish, about the Arsenal reaction?
Yeah, standard 3 points. It was the first half. We were struggling a bit. I think it was just nerves because of maybe what City did earlier, completely, dismantling Liverpool. So I think, we just couldn't get out first gear. But even then, like once we got the goal, it was for me, it was game over after that. Leeds did pose a few threat like on the counter, but I thought we managed the game well. And I think in previous years, we probably would have lost this, but I can see that, we're very resilient this year. So yeah, I think we managed the game well. It's just annoying to concede another goal at home, but there we go. It would be nice to get a clean sheet for once at home, because our home record is rubbish when it comes to clean sheets. But it's on to the next one, which is Anfield. But there you go. That's it. Another 3 points and 8 points clear. Not much else.
Yeah, I agree. We started off a bit shaky. Leeds actually played really well for the first 8 minutes until the penalty was given. I think they had a brilliant chance just before we got a penalty, and they should have done better, because I thought they could have scored 3 goals before we even got a first shot on target. I was a bit worried about our performance for the first 8 minutes, because I thought it was going to be one of those days where we will end up either scoring 1 goal in the 90th minute like we've been doing it this season, or we'll concede and then we'll have to come back again and try and win it at 2-1. I thought it was going to be one of those difficult games, but yeah, the boys turned up after the first goal, and I'm really proud of them, and amazing performance, scoring 4 goals, 4 beautiful goals as well, not just
They were
goals, they're beautiful.
We need to cut this out of they nearly scored straight from kickoff as well. Like I think it was like the first 10-20 seconds they scored it nearly from kickoff. We need to cut that shit out, because it happened at Bournemouth, and it just happens. And we need to be switched on if we want to win this title. It's stuff like that is annoying, and we need clean sheets as well. Away from home, we're fine at clean sheets. Our home record with clean sheets is poor, really poor.
Yeah, Salah next week, and I see him doing exactly that, kickoff, and he might actually score in the first 10 seconds. A payback, because we did that to them at the Emirates with Martinelli's goal in the first 10 seconds. So yeah, karma. I can see it happening. The stars are aligning.
Also, good to have Jesus back as well. He looks really like the first time, like I thought, where he looked really sharp since his injury. So yeah, good to have him back. He scored 2 goals, and on to Anfield again. We haven't won there since, I don't know, for like
2012.
10 years. 10 years. So yeah, we need to break that duck if we want to win the league.
So, Mitt, Liverpool's performance against City. Did you even watch it?
yeah, I watched it. But
You set it off halfway through.
no, I watched it. So when it was like 60 centimeters, then I turned it off. I was like,
Yeah, I knew you were that guy, man. After the third minute,
Liverpool playing at Anfield in a way is just totally two different teams. We've got a worse away record than Southampton do, and we've played 6 games now at 12:30. Not one of them. God knows what happened. It's like when I just watch Elliot, he just proper pisses me off. That guy is just. He is just the most backward player I've ever seen. As soon as he comes forward to say, "Oh yeah, pass me the ball, I'm in space," first thing he looks forward, turns around, where's Van Dijk, Konate? Can I pass it back to them? He's like, yes, my pass accuracy is 100%. Look at me. I bet he goes into the dressing room after the game going, guys, look at your passing, 80%, 70%, look at mine. 98%.
That's the kind of shit you would do.
Yeah, but that's why I'm a professional footballer.
Do you know what? Harvey Elliott, like he had the game of his life versus us. Do you know what I mean? So you can't really say
you lot were like 10-year-olds, man. He's like a 12-year-old against a 10-year-old. That's the only reason he looked good.
And that was at Anfield as well.
Yeah, Elliot is literally. I don't know what Klopp sees in him that he plays him every single game, constantly. Like, I would rather just go 4-2-3-1. Put on Nunes, just put Gakpo as within the midfield, do something different. There's no playing 4-3-3 with these players. They're not work. These current players do not fit that style anymore. But when I was watching it, like, it wasn't even anything I could criticize with City's goals. It was just, it just seemed like normal Liverpool defending to me. It wasn't like anyone's fault. I just think the tactics are just crap as well. I don't know what's changed from last year to this year, but I haven't seen any improvement whatsoever.
Do you know what that reminds me of? That the second goal that went in, that the De Bruyne score, I think it was. That reminded me of Unai Emery's era for Arsenal, where the defense is literally just wide open and just one through ball, bang, it's gone. That's literally what happened. I was shocked.
The thing when it first went, I was like, why is Trent all the way there? And then when the ball went past Trent, I was like, okay, so Konate's right back. All this Alvarez has to do is just literally kick it to the other side and they're through. That's what he did. And then literally, that's only like 45 seconds into the second half. And it's like, all right, done. It's like, what kind of team talk went on in that second half that you go in and that happens? In 8 minutes, you can see 2 goals.
Yeah, City played right through you. Like, literally, they were just cutting you apart. I was shocked to see Liverpool that bad.
Even the third goal, they literally passed it around our box like 20, like it was quite quick football and there was no pressing going close to the ball. They literally could pass it, look up, pass it again. And not one Liverpool player was in any of their faces.
Yeah, your players look dead. I think it's from competing from 4 competitions last year. They're just dead.
Yeah, Chelsea, I think we're going to lose that. They'll have a new manager, well, the new caretaker manager there. Was it honeymoon period starts? They get their 1 win guaranteed against us.
New manager bounce.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I was
against Everton.
Yeah, then it'll just be crap. I think Arsenal we could potentially do something, but that's Anfield though. That's not going away.
What is it that you think is happening to your team? Like, why is the away form so different to the home? Like, what mentality?
It's just the mentality. There's just different. When you're at home, they think, okay, I can press and then get the ball back and try and attack. They aim to attack and score. Away, we just aim to sit back and then try and take the ball off the opponents, then go try and not even counter, just take the ball off them, which I think is a problem because if you're defending, then you got to try and spring the attack. Like against City in the first half, we were doing that and actually worked pretty well. We could have been 2-0 up if Salah just passed.
Salah, yeah. That annoyed me, man. Because 2 seconds later, City scored, yeah.
So I think it's just the mentality. Like, we're not a team that should be sitting back and then letting teams try and break us down. It's easy to break us down. It's not anything hard. We've got to defend from the front. Because back in like last year, the year before, the reason why we were so good was we never gave teams time where their midfield could never turn around and look up and see what's behind. Before they can do that, they'd have someone closing them down where they can only literally pass sideways or backwards, which leaves them hoofing it.
But it's a different team if you think about it now, because you've got to think about the work that Firmino did. Like, he was a big part of that, and he used to drop deep. And then you've got to think about, obviously, you had Hendo and everyone who was a few years younger, so they weren't like the legs weren't gone. Plus, have not played the amount of games that they played now, so they could afford to do that. Whereas right now, the legs are gone, man. Like what Nish said, they're fatigue you in it. So it's one of them.
We do need to just recycle. You do need to replace a
Yeah.
lot of these players. Because their prime, like usual players' prime is 28, 29, but the way Klopp plays, their primes came earlier on, about 25, 26, where now they're literally full of
Interesting Liverpool question this would be. Are you Klopp in or Klopp out? Because I'm seeing
Oh, I'd always be
sites
Klopp
say
in.
Klopp out now.
I'd always be Klopp in. I know that you'd regret it afterwards once he's gone and you get Graham Potter coming in, you'd regret it.
All right, side debate here. With everyone going into the Hall of Fame at the moment, like Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger, there's obviously the debate as to who's going to go up next or who have the top 5 managers been. Mitt, would you say that Jurgen Klopp deserves a spot in the Premier League Hall of Fame?
Yeah. If you look what he's done, like we went from a Roy Hodgson era, and then he came in, and then we went to literally the best team in Europe.
No, I get it, but for me, it's like out of all the 7 years that he's been there, he's only won 1 Premier League, 1 Champions League, and for me, it's like if you look at Pep, for example,
against
same as Ranieri.
Against a team that spends £1 billion and has Pep as their manager. If you think about it, Man United, Arsenal have spent more than Klopp has in the past, the net profit in the past 6 years than he has. And you don't see any of those two competing against City in those years. It was literally just City and Liverpool. And it's just one bad year, like a really bad year, which I can't expect anyone to be perfect every single season.
Yeah.
Oh man, because you got to. I think my top 5 managers of the Premier League, Klopp could probably edge it, but he would be 5th. There's no way he would be above the likes for me of like Pep or Jose or like Sir Alex and Wenger. Like those would be my other top 4. Like I don't know, man. For me, I wouldn't put.
Wenger, like you said that he's only won 2 trophies, but Wenger only won 3 Premier League compared to Ferguson. Ferguson won 13 or something stupid like that.
But it's the way one that Wenger changed the game at that time. 2, obviously the Invincibles. 3, I don't know, it's longevity as well. He had like over 20 years there, innit? I know it probably makes it worse because you're like, well, he only won 3 trophies, but I think at the end of his tenure, obviously he was shit, but I still think he was legendary. Do you know what I mean? Like Klopp, I reckon he probably will be there eventually, but I wouldn't say he would be the next person up right now. Like, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that he should go straight after them, to put it that way.
I think Klopp is better than Mourinho in terms of manager. I think what he achieved.
I'm talking about in their prime. So I'm talking about Jose Mourinho in his prime versus Klopp in his prime. You would take Mourinho.
I would take Klopp because of 2 reasons. One, the number of points that Liverpool have achieved in the last 3 seasons have been so relatively high compared to what previous Premier League eras were, like especially in the Mourinho's team that he had. Like Klopp was consistently hitting 90 points with City, and City just a juggernaut. Like if City went there, Liverpool would have won all the titles. And
don't get me wrong, I like Klopp.
Let's just think about this. Yeah, let's just think about this. Let's just say City, Pep wasn't there and City wasn't there, and Klopp came along, and then let's just think about that. Liverpool started hitting the ground and then started getting 90 points, etc. season after season. They would have won all the titles, and let's just say Klopp won all those titles. Let's say instead of 1, he won 4 or 5. If that was the case, we would be saying he's a legend. Oh
yeah, of course. It is just unfortunate timing in that sense. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I do think Klopp is a sick manager. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just
the thing.
Go on, Nish.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The thing with Klopp is that he was literally one game away from going like invincible centurion, and he was 2 games away from winning the quadruple. You can't take that away from him, because imagine he won like those 2 games. Like he would have achieved something that nobody else has ever achieved, and
he'd be crowned the greatest. Yeah, he'd be crowned the greatest manager of all time.
Yeah,
then.
so like if he won those 3 games, then yeah, he would have gone down in history. So like these things can happen, and like Rishi said that he's competing against a juggernaut team, and it's not fair to judge him against someone like City who won the last 4 of the last 5 titles. So
Personally, for me, he will go into the Premier League Hall of Fame because he Like he changed Liverpool. To what Liverpool were before, they were basically a mediocre team to actually one of the best feared European teams in the world. I wouldn't even say in Europe. I would say the world. They were basically one of the top. They were the top two best teams in the world.
Yeah, for like 2 years.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ridiculous, man.
It was
Pretty much.
mental.
They were just like relentless. Even their football, like you could you would hate going to play them at Anfield. Like they would just dismantle you. And they've smashed City so many times at Anfield, and even City don't like going there. I don't think any other team have done that to City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think this is just the year that I'm hoping is just a one-off where this just allows the players to have a rest, and then the core can come back just fitter. Like they'll have their stamina from next season. Like our defense was quite strong previous years, but now it's just become a joke. But I'm just hoping that it's just because they're tired.
Yeah, like Van Dijk's getting exposed like no man's business now. Before that was never even a thing. So I think it is. It's all fatigue, man. Like I think bad.
You got no midfield as well. You just need like new midfielders because they used to protect, your defense as well. At the moment, Fabinho, I don't know what he's doing. His legs are gone. Henderson, his legs have gone. Yeah, so you need to introduce some new midfielders in there as well. Hopefully, the board can back Klopp with the players he wants.
I doubt it.
Because that's another issue. You're bored.
Yeah, it's Americans that are just cheapskates, man. Luckily, United get to sell when you get a Qatari owner. You'd be living the life. You'd be spending 100 million like it's nothing, like penny.
But they spend that anyway. So it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, but not as freely, man. It's like, we have to bloody like shout and scream for them to like do it.
Like the one thing that
go on.
Like the one thing that always made me happy was even though United spent that, I knew how much debt they were in. I was like, eventually it's gonna hit them. Now this guy walks in and goes, "Oh yeah, they've got no debt. There's like a full factory reset. Can spend 300 million now, and it will be all fine."
So, guys, moving on to the next bit. We've spoken about Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man United in detail. Let's briefly go over the relegation battle. There was one game in particular, with the Bournemouth game. It was a very crucial win that they got yesterday, and they have come out from the bottom three, and they've got the same amount of games played, apart from Southampton, they've played one game more. That was a big win from them.
Yeah, and also Rodgers got sacked as well, so that could potentially go against Leicester or for Leicester, depending on how you see it.
I can't go against Leicester, can it? So I think that they might be fine in the end now. I reckon Big Sam might go there,
All you got to give Sam Allardyce is a 400k briefcase.
So big win for them. Leicester lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have lifted themselves away from there a bit.
I think they're safe now.
And then we've got Nottingham Forest and Wolves 1-1 draw, so they're still scraping. So we're very tight.
And Everton play tomorrow against Tottenham. So
I'm glad Everton on the bottom three.
Of course you are.
Who's coming through, mate?
Like, even though if we have a shit season, if they get relegated, it makes it a tiny bit better.
I'm
sure if we asked you at the beginning of the season that, if Liverpool like finish 8th, but you see Everton get relegated, I'm sure quite a few Liverpool fans would be like, yeah, whatever, innit?
Yeah, I'd be like, whatever, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Two managers have been sacked so far in the last weekend. A good choice, bad choice for Chelsea and Leicester.
It definitely happened. I needed to happen for Leicester.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers just wasn't doing it at all. And obviously, we all know what's happened with Potter. Like, I think that was a bad choice to begin with.
I think that one was more surprising for me because we all thought that this was going to be a project and that, they were actually going to back him and stuff like that. But then again, it is Chelsea, in it, so I thought it'd be different under a new owner, but I guess not.
Do you think they're going to get Conte in? That this was all their plan. Conte wanted to get fired so he could.
Oh, can you imagine? I don't think he's dumb enough to go back, man.
Why?
Yeah.
They've got unlimited money now as well. Well, they always did, but
Yeah, but then it's like he's going to bounce like not end of this season, but end of next season, isn't it? Or even before that.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, it's not worth it.
I reckon they'll get someone like Nagelsmann or Enrique,
They'll probably
like
go
a
that way.
like a big name instead of like a project name.
Has been, yeah. Well,
because that project name was a failure. Yeah,
Yeah.
they tried to do an Arteta, didn't they? And it didn't work for them, sadly.
Well, no, it could have worked, but they just didn't give it enough time. Like, obviously, you guys weren't banging in results when Arteta first came in. Like, do you know what I mean?
The only
I don't know
difference is Arteta has a say on the players, on who he wants to buy, whereas Potter didn't.
Mm.
That was a huge difference.
Yeah. And they spent 600 million as well, whereas Arteta didn't even spend close to that much in one season.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Who gets sacked after getting 600 million? Even I would have done a better job with 600 million.
I would like to see you try, man. Managing those big egos, it'd be tough, man.
I wouldn't be buying big egos.
hey, Rishi's hosting all of us right now, and you're all big egos.
I'll be buying people from all over the world. Like,
I'm gonna go straight to India and be like, there you go.
Goodbye, Chatri.
what I'll end up doing is opening coffee shops everywhere. That's what I'll be doing with that money. So guys, Everton, Mitt wants them to go down. Do you guys think with the new manager they're going to survive?
Yeah, I think Everton will survive. I think obviously Southampton are down. Last week I did say Bournemouth and Forest, but obviously Bournemouth won, Forest won. I don't know. It's tight at the moment. I think I don't know. It could go either way now. I don't know who to pick because I pick one team and then they'll win the next weekend. So it's a bit hard to predict.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire. I think, we can't predict it right now. That's what I love about this season. I think it's going to be one of them where we have to wait until the last game to see what happens, or maybe even the last two games, because I think by then you'll probably have two of the three teams that will be safely out at the bottom three, and you'll just have like probably 4 or 5 teams that are scrapping rather than the 7 or 8 that are there now.
Like after this weekend, I would have said Leicester, but now they could get a new manager bounce as well. But I just checked the next game is against City, so I doubt it.
I think Forest are going to get caught up in it though. They haven't won any games in the last 5, so
Yeah, they're just scoring too much, bro.
Yeah, but neither
West Ham look to be safe now as well.
Yeah, West Ham I think are safe after winning today.
I really do. Like, I've never seen a Premier League season with this close of, like, it's involving 8 teams.
Yeah,
relegation. I've never seen it before. It's crazy. You just I just hope Chelsea were a bit below. Like, they're on 38 points. I just wish they were on 30 right now. So they can get relegated. That would be one of those things that for the first time in Premier League history, a team that spends 600 million to get relegated. I would have loved to have heard that story.
10 years ago, you could have bought Liverpool twice over with that money.
See, it's crazy when you say it like that.
Mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. So top 6.
Well, we've got to look at the Brentford game before that, because I thought I knew that was going to be a draw in it.
That was a quality game.
That's a really good game. I think they're both doing amazingly well. Do you think one of them could get into Europe potentially?
I think one of them could, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Who would you pick?
Would be Brighton.
Brighton are better than Liverpool, so I put Brighton.
Yeah,
I think they both could potentially get into Europe because United won the Carling Cup, didn't they? So the Europa place will go to the next team below, which will be the 6th.
I still don't know how that works. So they always chop and change the rules. So I just
like, for me, I like Brighton and Brentford are so similar in terms of the way they play, the way they beat the big teams. That for me, those 2 teams are the danger teams to play against, home or away. They're the banana skin from my Cott. They definitely the skin.
They always turn up.
Yeah. I love both those teams, and it's great competition. Quality game yesterday, and I hope both of them or one of them make it into the Europe because they deserve it.
Before we move on, do you think any of the top clubs will buy Tony? Because I think he's a quality striker.
I'm surprised that you guys didn't like the year you got Jesus, but again, you got Jesus in it. But I think now with this whole ban pending,
that's what I was saying.
I think that's what's going to stop people from buying him. Otherwise, I think there would have been quite a few clubs in for him this year.
He's quality striker.
But just talking about bans, do you think Mitrovic should be banned for a long period of time for pushing a referee?
It's more trying to make it a deterrent. So I think if they do it with this now, even though it was a light action, it would just show that, right, if you do anything worse than that, you're just going to get docked in it. So I think for me, it's good, but I think it is a bit harsh. Don't get me wrong, it is harsh, but they need to set a precedent somewhere because.
Why would you call it harsh? Because if he's allowed to do it in the grassroots for football, it shows that it's okay to push the referee. So in smaller,
that's what I'm saying, it's not okay. That's why they need to do this.
So I would say you should be banned for like 10 games for it. Well,
that's what I thought. Well, I thought the initial was saying 10 games, but how long was he banned for in the end?
They haven't decided yet.
He should be banned, but yeah, I think he should be made an example. But then they should have banned Bruno as well.
They should have banned Bruno for definitely. Like he didn't get a yellow card at all. I don't understand. How do United get away with this shit? It's just like, especially Bruno. You can see he wants to target people. He wants to do something illegal, and he gets away with it. Like Bruno.
I'm surprised that nothing happened. To be fair, especially with this whole Mitrovic thing going on, I would have thought, they would have backtracked and said, "Well, you also did it as well, innit? It's only right." But I guess we got lucky.
Well, prediction, guys, for your games. So first we'll go around in circle and predict Chelsea v Liverpool.
I think Liverpool are going to lose that game.
I
just don't have any faith in our away record. I think it'll be 2-0, potentially 4-0.
You're giving Chelsea, who just sacked the manager, that much hope that they're going to score 4 goals against you. Is this how much you think your team is that bad away from home?
Away from home, we are crap. When I watch it, I just think, how did we only concede 1 to Real Madrid?
No, I think Chelsea are worse than you. I think it's going to be like 1-1, or it's going to be a draw, but it's going to be like 1-1 or 2-2 or something.
Yeah,
I don't think you're going to lose.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a draw as well. I don't think Liverpool's going to lose. Like Chelsea are bad. They're bad. They're not good. I actually think Liverpool's going to win that game.
I can't see it just because they'll have their new manager. That new manager, they always play good, no matter what. No matter what team, they always somehow play different football in about 3 days' time to what they were playing the week before. God knows how the players remember all of the tactics.
That's what they call it, new manager bounce.
The next game, well, there's 2 United games and 2 Liverpool games. The next game for United is against Brentford at home. What do you think?
It's a tough game because, like, we've seen that Brentford could do it home and away, and they're flying at the moment. They're in great form, whereas we're just starting to drop off a little bit. But we're at home and we're quite decent at home. So I think, dare I say it, I don't think we'll lose. But I think a draw is very, very likely. Or we could pinch a win, but I think a draw most likely.
So negative. We'll pinch a win.
Bro, have you seen the way we play today? Yeah, I think most likely it'll be a draw. It'll be like either a 2-2 or a 2-1 win for United. But I think I'm edging more on 2-2.
Rashford with his cameo.
Yeah, I think it'll be a draw as well. I don't think United will win that, but I don't see Brentford. I think they'll just frustrate United so much and try and hit them on the break, and it'll be one of them games where Brentford will score first and United's pressure will pay off, and it'll be like 1-1 again or something.
For me, that's what will happen. I think it depends who scores first. If Brentford score first, then it becomes a totally different game where I think United would end up potentially losing that. But if United get the first goal, I think it'll be just comfy sailing for them. They'll win it 2-3-0.
Interesting.
Scoreline?
For me, 1-1.
I think 2 or 3-0 with United score first.
Mo?
2-2. What are you laughing for?
I think it's going to be a 2-1 scoreline.
To who?
United.
I mean, I hope so.
Rashford's going to come and do what he does. The next game we've got is, we'll speak about the Arsenal-Liverpool last. The next game is United-Everton. You now confident that you're going to win that?
Yeah, I think we should win that one. I think
Is that home? Or is
Yeah.
that Everton's ground?
It's at
we're at
home.
home. I think that's why we'll win. I think we should win that one. 1 or 2-0. Yeah, I think we'll win.
Yeah, I think that should be a comfy win for United. Everton are rubbish away from home.
Yeah, I think they will win easily.
And then we've got Liverpool v Arsenal. What's your thought on this, mate?
It's a tough one.
It depends. I think it will be either 2-1 Liverpool or 1-1. I'm more inclined to say 2-1, but I think it's about 30%. I'm like 70-30. I just think it depends, like how shit our finishing is going to be. I know we'll get a few good chances in the first half. It's just a matter of if we can take them.
The thing is, we're so much better away from home compared to home, and we don't give up that many chances away from home. But I still don't think we'll win this game. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Come on, back the team. Go back the team. If you're in
I'll take a point. I'll take a point at Anfield.
I'm going for a win. I'm going for a 3-2 scoreline again.
Ooh.
Because we are going to concede 2 and we are going to score 3 because Liverpool have no defense and no midfielders.
Is Jason going to cheat a penalty again?
Yep, that's right. And also to put the cherry on the cake, Saka, my man, is going to destroy Liverpool. And I'm going to go to Mitt's face. Oh, Saka's the world's best player.
You know what? I actually hope Robertson breaks his leg.
Oh, wow.
Like literally snaps it in 3 places.
You can't talk like that. What's wrong with you?
I just hope so. That's then we'll see if he's the best player in the league. If he still wins,
it's fine. Martinelli always cooks Trent anyway, so
yeah, that's not hard to do.
That.
Everyone cooks Trent.
If our channel blows up and our comment section goes wild, it's gonna be because of your comment, mate.
Yeah, but that's the point, though, isn't it? That's why Mitt's doing it. But he also
Saka could be sleeping with Kim Kardashian for all we know.
No, only Giroud did stuff like that before a game to Anfield. We went to a brothel.
Well, to be fair, if Saka does end up getting with Kim Kardashian, John Terry's going to come lurking.
Yeah, that is so true. All right, lads, we are going to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys coming on and having your say. I really do. Thank you, my man Mitt, Mo, and Nish for coming today. Viewers, you are awesome. So thank you for tuning in to our podcast. Make sure that we can get 100 likes for this video and help our channel grow. We want to try and get 1,000 subscribers. So let's make that happen. Everyone, please smash the like button and start subscribing. And also follow us over on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be provided at the bottom of the subscription. And also for Mitt, Kunz Gaming, subscribe to his channel. He loves to promote his channel. Guys, again, please make sure that you leave your comments after the show. Give us your thoughts and opinions on how the show went and how we can improve for you guys or anything football related. We will be back next week, roughly about the same time. So hope to see you all soon.